You are fully aware that there is no right or wrong way to affirm, and you are willing to try something new. You need something that's going to actually work. You don't want it to feel forced when you affirm. This video is the answer to your prayers. We are going to jump right into what Ask-firmations are and how you can use them to completely infuse a new energy into your affirmation routine. But first, I want to introduce myself in case you don't know me already. I'm Gigi, and I talk mostly about self-development and the law of assumption, also spirituality. I am extremely passionate about learning the teachings of Neville Goddard. So as you can see, I have this Neville Stan beanie I created, which you can get for yourself down below. And I'm just all about spreading empowering tools, information, techniques. I want to be a personal cheerleader for anyone who is trying to up-level their life in any way. So what are Ask-firmations? Ask-firmations are affirmations turned into rhetorical questions, open-ended questions that you are asking yourself instead of affirming with a declarative statement as you normally would. It's very obvious in the name. However, as a side note, there is this book called Affirmations that was written all about Ask-firmations as well, but they just changed the name of it. I don't know if Affirmations was the original name. I'm not 100% clear on that, to be quite frank. I did not coin this. I did not come up with this. But as soon as I heard of Ask-firmations and the reasoning behind why they work so well, I was hooked because I was starting to get stagnant in my affirmation routine. I love affirming. I love robotic affirming. I love scripting. I'm just very verbal as a person. I'm also very visual, but for me, when I am speaking out loud and writing them down in sentences, it really does stick in my brain. So let me give you a quick example of what an Ask-firmation is compared to a regular affirmation. Instead of saying, I am financially free, I am so rich, I am financially abundant, you would say, why am I so financially free? Why am I so rich? Why am I so financially abundant? And you're asking yourself this open-ended question that forces your brain to come up with an answer. Have you ever been on a sales call and the salesperson on the phone is trying to hard sell you and they are saying declarative statements? You should buy this. This is why this is for you. You need this. And you're just kind of like coming up with objections in your mind, even if you really do want product or service. It's very pushy sounding because it's said in this very blatant statement straight to you. But on the other hand, have you had a salesperson who asks you really thought-provoking questions or even tries to convince you you might not need it and asks you, have you considered if this really is something that could work in your life? Well, maybe you don't need this. And suddenly, because this person was asking us if we really needed it, we are coming up with reasons why we do want it and we do need it. Naturally trying to convince ourselves to get the thing. It's just this bizarre, funky thing that our brains do. We want to use this natural tendency to our advantage. I know it's scientifically proven too, that when our brain works for us, I think there are some kind of happy chemicals released. The point is, it is a level up from just stating your affirmations, and there's nothing wrong with affirmations, truly. If they work for you, amazing. I could probably wrap up this whole video right now if I wanted to. I just want to remind you of something so important about affirmations in general. Please, my babes, remember that if you are using affirmations or Ask-firmations, doesn't matter. Remember, it is already finished. It is already done. Creation is finished. Manifestation is perfect. You are living in the state of the wish fulfilled. You are not thinking of your thing and affirming to get it. You are thinking from your manifestation, from that state And you are affirming to remind yourself that you already have it. You are not affirming to get. You already have it. You already have everything. You're just letting it unfold right before your eyes. But coming from a state of lack and desperation is not the vibe. It's not the vibe. We want to feel fulfilled and calm and peaceful, even when the 3D is throwing things in our face that make us feel like everything around us is just falling to pieces. Before you get back to your affirmations or ask-firmations, it's worth it to calm yourself down, take a few deep breaths, and regulate your nervous system in whatever healthy way you can, because I'm quite an emotional gal. I'm quite sensitive, and I have tried affirming through tears, and it's not really too enjoyable. I'm just gonna say, from my perspective. I'm a triple water sign, okay? Don't come at me. I am all about feeling all of the feelings. I just want you to use these tools to remind yourself, whether you are affirming or scripting or visualizing or whatever, you are here for a reason, and all of your dreams and desires are inevitable. There is a version of you experiencing all of those things. That is a fact that you need to remind yourself of gently when you are in those darkest moments. One more thing I want to say, if you are dealing with intrusive thoughts, which I like to call random thoughts, thank you, Indigo Dietrich, for creating a video where she talked about this, and I just loved how she spoke on this. If you are having thoughts that you really do not prefer, just label them as neutral, random thoughts that have absolutely no influence over you whatsoever, and they're just the most inconsequential thing ever. And you can also combat them when they pop up with an ask-firmation. So if there's something like, I'm never going to get the job, oh my gosh, I've never been successful in my life, I'm always going to be broke, all of these intrusive thoughts start popping up out of the blue, you can be like, but wait a second, why am I so wealthy, and why am I able to literally buy anything I want whenever I want, and travel, buy flights, and go visit my friends across the country at the drop of a hat because I am so successful? And that will counteract any opposing thought that is negative. Here are two more examples for you. You wake up on the wrong side of the bed and you just feel bleh. You feel like you just don't look good in anything you put on. You're breaking out. You don't feel confident. Even when you have makeup on, whatever, you're going to flip that around. Why am I literally a supermodel with glowing skin and a absolutely flawless body that I feel so confident in, and I get compliments absolutely everywhere I go? I don't even have to work hard to maintain this perfect appearance. It's just how I am without even trying. It's an effortless beauty. And why is it so easy for me to believe that this is true and that this is my reality, not only today, but every single day? Bonus points if you can say all of that in the mirror. Forcing yourself to say all of this will really snap you out of whatever mental funk you're in. One last example, and this one is a fun one. Let's say you have a major crush on someone, but they're just not showing interest. They're pretty oblivious to you. And in the back of your mind, you have all of these opposing thoughts to what you really want to be experiencing, basically telling you that you don't deserve the person, they're out of your league, there's no way they would ever like you, they obviously aren't interested at all, blah, 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 blah. No, you're going to stop that right now. And it's affirmation time. Why is this person into me in the same way that I'm into them, and automatically reciprocating the feelings that I have for them and showing so much interest, giving me positive attention, giving me compliments? Why did this person just ask me on a date? Why did this person just text me back to back to back, all these paragraphs saying how excited they are to spend more time with me? Why is this person showering me with affection? I am just so besides myself that this is my reality, but it's clear as day. Do you see what we're doing here? We're making it so normal and natural, and we're basically telling our subconscious that this is happening in our reality, and our subconscious does not have eyeballs. It's just going to say, okay, and start pushing out evidence and a chain of events to make that our actual 3D reality. I cannot wait for you guys to try this and tell me the success stories that you have. It is scary how fast this can work when you really don't allow opposing thoughts or cynical negative thoughts to have a voice, and you are just repeating these stories. Truly, it's similar to having an inner conversation, because you could be asking these questions to a friend in your mind as well. It will be so crazy when you see how quickly results start popping up left and right. It is so wild. All right, my babes, that is pretty much it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and welcome to the Journey fam if you are new here. And if you are new to the Law of Assumption, please watch my Law of Assumption 101 video, which I will have linked above. It's a great one.